mathematics is used by a CAD software in creating perspective design, descriptive geometry, linear algebra, Bernoulli's theorem, vector analysis, mathematical theory. Right answer, vector analysis. Site plan shows face of building, section of building, location of a building, detail of building. I think location site plan. Option C. Right answer is C. Dimension in a drawing are to be measured, read and measured. Love the above. Right answer is option C. I think no. Dimension in a drawing are to be dimensions in a drawing are to be read only, not to measure. The best drawing paper used for watercolor, handmade paper, tracing drawing sheet, ordinary drawing sheet, ammonia paper. Best drawing paper used for watercolor. Right answer, watercolor. Right answer, ammonia paper. No. Tracing drawing sheet. Tracing drawing sheet is best drawing paper used for watercolor. The freehand drawing of ordinary room is generally 1 point perspective, 2 point perspective, 3 point perspective. Freehand drawing, ordinary room, 2 point perspective. The most of the texture can be drawn with the help of drawing pen with line thickness. Most of texture drawn with help of drawing pen. 0.5, 0.8, 1 mm, no, 0.8 mm. Drawing pen thickness. Site plans usually show the extent of surrounding site structure topography. Site. Graphodes are measuring instrument, drawing and writing instrument, erasing, coloring. Right answer will be graphodes. Graphodes. Option B, drawing and writing instrument. Yes, Milo. The most suitable tool to draw freehand is freehand tools: HB pencil, graphodes, charcoal pencil stick, rotring pen. I think charcoal pencil stick. No, HB pencil. That most suitable hand-drawn colored perspective drawing paper is most suitable hand-drawn colored perspective drawing paper. Handmade paper, any colored paper, tracing paper. Option B, no, tracing paper sheet. The best drawing paper used for watercolor, already tracing drawing sheet. But the best drawing paper used for watercolor is ordinary drawing sheet. The best drawing paper used for watercolor is the best drawing paper used for watercolor tracing. The best drawing paper used for watercolor is ordinary drawing sheet. Confusion. Building working drawings are generally prepared in drawing paper of building drawings A3 paper size. The freehand sketch is normally used for concept final discussion concept. One method of preparing perspective view of an object is, I think, lattice method. No, vanishing point method is one method of preparing perspective view of an object. Freehand sketching can be done only when one has proper proficiency, good practice, proper patience, proper person. Option A, no, B, good practice. Freehand sketching can be done only when good practice. Working drawing is prepared not for bill of quantities, layout, estimation, specification. Working drawing is prepared not for layout, specifications. Working drawing is not prepared for specification. Best drawing sheet used in preparation of municipal drawing of building is municipal drawing of building. A1 paper. The scale used for drawing working details of element depends on the scale used for drawing working details of element depend on one is 200, 1:25 is right answer. The natural details are presented on cadastral topographic. Both are natural details topographical maps. I know option B. A drawing is the representation of real thing on an idea, proposed design, later manufacture and construction. Pictorial, graphical, verbal, descriptive. Drawing is pictorial representation or graphical representation of real thing. Presentation drawing are generally rendered due to decoration, give real effect, attract the client's satisfaction. Presentation drawing are generally attract the client. Dimension lines should be drawn at least away from the outlines and from each other. Dimension line at least 5 mm, no 8 mm. Dimension lines should be drawn at least 8 mm away from the outlines and from each other. The dimension lines are marked in a building drawing with arrows, ticks or dots, arrows or ticks, arrows or dots. Dimension lines are marked in a building drawing with arrow, no arrow or dots. Arrows if sufficient space is available and dot if sufficient space is not available. Dimension lines are marked. This type of drawing is created to calculate areas, locate property line, locate building projects and facilities. Transverse drawing, contour, city map, plat. Area calculation, property line, location, building project, facility location. Traverse or contour or city map or plat? I think city map. No, plat. In US, a plat plan is a cadastral map drawn to scale. Cadastral map. Property line. Building projects facility. Which stations show about the precedence of lines? A hidden line has precedence over center line. Center line has precedence over visible line. Visible line has precedence over a meter line. Hidden line has precedence over center line. A center line has precedence over visible line. Hidden line has precedence over a center line. Right answer. Hidden line has precedence over a center line. A hidden line has precedence over center line. This is how axonometric, oblique, and perspective sketches show objects. Axonometric, oblique, perspective sketches. Option orthographically, pictorially, obliquely, parallelly, orthographically, pictorially is right answer. Axonometric, oblique, perspective sketches are shown pictorially. When an object is caught by a section plane parallel to horizontal plane and perpendicular to, then the section view of the object at top view parallel to horizontal plane, top view horizontal plane में. Okay. If an object lies in third quadrant, its position with respect to reference planes will be third quadrant, third reference plane, third, first, second, third, fourth, third below HP, below wala below HP, third means one, first, second, third, behind of vertical plane and below horizontal plane. Option C. Methods of arrangement of dimensions includes arrangement of dimensions, parallel, continuous, combined, perpendicular, parallel, continuous, and combined. Option A. The way of illustrating 3D objects in a 2D drawing is axonometric, perspective, orthographic, third angle. Way of illustrating 3D object into 2D is orthographic projection. Any kind of representation of an object on a paper, screen, or similar surface by drawing or photography is called presentations. Projection, kind of representation of paper, screen, or similar surface by micro. In 2-point perspective of not taller object, vertical line of the objects are 2-point perspective of not taller object, vertical line of the objects are vanishing, vertical, both. Artistic drawing contain written instructions that tell us exactly what material to use for the construction work, which we call bill of quantities. Specifications. Rhythm creates a sense of music in composition. Generally, written dimensions are followed and scaling out from the drawing is not allowed in. Generally, written dimensions are followed and scaling out from the drawing is not allowed in. Presentation drawing, preliminary drawing, working drawing, machine drawing. Presentation drawing. In classroom designed for right-handed students, the natural light from the window will be available from left should be right edge. When a primary information is drawn in elevation, the interpretation is done by primary information drawn in elevation. Interpretation is done by oblique projection. Which of the following axonometric view is most pleasing to the eye? Asymmetric, diametric, trimetric, isometric. In drafting machine, which one does not follow? Leveling machine, T-scale, set square, divide, leveling machine. The locus of points for which the sum of distance from each point to fixed point is equal is called parabola. Ellipse. Locus of point which sum of distance from each point to two fixed point. Sum of distance from each point to two fixed point. Is equal to ellipse. The other name of axonometric projection is one plane projection, two plane projection, three plane projection. One plane projection. Vanishing point is located at above the horizon, on the horizon, below horizon, above the horizon, on the horizon. The most suitable vertical line for the cone of vision for drawing perspective is vertical angle 45 degrees. The best picturization angle of view from station point is obtained at an angle of about 20-30 degrees. In angular perspective, the number of vanishing points are 2. Isometric view and isometric projection are same. Isometric view is bigger in size. Two systems of placing dimension on drawing are orientation and location, align and unidirectional. Option B, align and unidirectional. Two types of dimensions required on drawing are orientation and location, align and unidirectional. Size and orientation, size and location. Types of dimension required on drawing. Size and orientation, size and location. Isometric drawing is true 3D or 2D and accurate prospect drawing of an object. Options B, 2D pictorial view of object. A sphere can be described in how many views? Sphere 4. 1. In oblique sketches, the most commonly used angles for receding lines are In oblique sketches, the most commonly used angles for receding lines are 15, 60 degrees, 15, 75, 45, 60, 45, 60 option C. Non-isometric lines are located and sketched how? They are drawn parallel to the isometric axis. They are measured using. They are located by determining the endpoints of non-isometric line. They are measured using non-isometric template. Option A. They are measured using non-isometric template. The main ingredients of pencil leads are graphite, clay, lead and graphite. Clay and lead and graphite. Graphite and clay. Grade of pencil used for lettering is lettering. As an as generally letters are inclined at an angle of 45 degrees, 15 degrees to the right. Dimension is drawn for size and location both.
Gothic lettering is used is inked drawing, pencil drawing, both. Gothic lettering, both. Ink drawing. Chisel pencil are used for drawing straight line, curved line, straight line. Scale usually used in civil engineering are reduced. In order to improve the clarity of drawing, the dotted lines in the section view should be drawn omitted. The section lines are generally drawn to the horizontal line at an angle of 45. The angle between isometric axis is 90 degree, 120 degree. In isometric projection, the receding lines are drawn with the horizontal at 45 degree, 30 degree. Horizontal lines are drawn from left to right, right to left, up and down, left to right. The representation of any matter by some mark or sign on the drawing is known as code, both. The artificial light on the drawing board should be diffuse light from the left. Which one of the drawing sheet is called as half imperial sheet? Means half imperial A2 sheet. Half imperial, full imperial A1. A1 size is 594 by 800. Half imperial is 400 by 594. 421. 420 by 570. 94. 594. Half imperial A2 size. Parallel ruling straight machine used to draw parallel ruling straight edge machine, horizontal line. An ordinary photograph on an object is ordinary photograph. Orthographic perspective. Ordinary photograph perspective. The ratio of thin line to thick line in drawing is 1:2. If two circles are touching each other tangentially at a point, then the centers are touching point lie in cycloid. If two circles are touching each other tangentially at a point, then the centers and touching point lie in a cycloid.